Hello traders and welcome. Lockie here, CTO at Samurai Day Trading. I hope you are absolutely fantastic. Welcome back to the day trading starter pack video series. Guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working through our fourth part of the series, and what we're going to do is define some key definitions for you. Guys, also talk about the trading chart basics we use, and more importantly, guys, take you through the live charts and what we did in the live trading room tonight, guys, with the intent of you starting to become kind of really excited about what we do. Again, we want to cut through the hype as we want to offer you transparency. And at the end of the day, we want you making a decision about who teaches you to be a professional trader and ultimately what are the professional traders trading. So guys, some very, very key terms. I will direct you across to the actual SamuraiDayTrading.com website. Guys, on there are a significant number of FAQs. So if you've got questions about what we do or why we do it or how we do it, then a lot of those are answered in the FAQs. Now, in saying that, ladies and gents, the markets that we typically focus on are the NASDAQ, the S&P, the FDAX, and the FESX. Now, the pivot lines you will see in the charts, they're basically mobile support and resistance lines that we can trade off every single day. What does support and resistance mean? Basically, the market normally bounces off support like the floor of a house, and the resistance is the ceiling. So the market will quite often bounce between the support and the resistance. They're just literally just lines on the chart that bounce the market both up and down. Now, when we do have a look at the live charts, guys, you'll note that I talk about 20 ticks per day or 40 ticks per day or 100 ticks per day. Guys, that's simply a measure of how far the market moves. Okay, different markets have different tick values. And once again, they're defined for you in the FAQs on the Samurai Day Trading website. Price, guys, naturally the price the market is trading, buy and sell. Guys, literally, if we want to buy the market, we want to make money when the market goes up. If we're selling the market, we want to make money when the market goes down. Now, when people are trading with the trend, as you'll see the trend indicator on the live chart shortly, when people are trading with the trend, they're trading with the buying trend when it is green, and they're trading with the selling trend when it is red. Now, there are also reversal trades, guys. That's when you actually seek to reverse against the direction of the market. It does bring up a really good point. As futures traders, we can make money when the market goes up. We can also make money when the market goes down. Suffice to say, I believe we are completely recession-proof, as it doesn't matter if the market plummets tomorrow or skyrockets tomorrow. We just wait for a great trade, push the button, and off we go. Now, Fibonacci, guys, one of the most incredible inventions of all time. Not only is it absolutely amazing in mathematics and nature, but it's also amazing in the trading chart. So when I go into the trading chart, as I give you an example of a Fibonacci, there was a beautiful Fibonacci trade, guys, that kicked off the live trading room today. I'll show you exactly why we did what we did, because Fibonacci is when you combine it with the pure price movement of the market and the indicators that we're using, that combination of Fibonacci and pure price movement and indicators can be very, very exciting. As if you're interested in making a lot of money out of trading, and you're also interested in the indicators doing all of the heavy lifting for you, basically telling you when to trade. Now, it brings up a great point, because indicator-based trading is ultimately when you use an indicator that tells you when to buy and sell the market. Now, we do have multiple indicators that tell us what to do. As we combine that with what we call PPM, or pure price movement trading, ultimately that's when you use the price of the market to define what the market is going to do. So what we do at Samurai is we use pure price movement trading strategies. We then combine them with custom indicators. We are the only people in the world that have our indicators, because they were written specifically by me, those for Samurai. So we have a distinct advantage over the market. And when I show you the live charts, you'll probably realize how distinct that advantage really is. Guys, in the trading chart is finally the candlesticks that we use to make money when the market moves up and down. There are many, many different types of trading charts out there. There's 1 minute chart, 2 minute chart, 3 minute chart, 5 minute chart, and it goes on and on and on from there. May I suggest, ladies and gents, the smallest institutional style chart is a 5 minute chart. So if you do want to trade very, very well, please never go under a 5 minute chart as your primary trading chart. There's no point, for example, trading a 2 minute chart. Why is that? Ultimately, institutions are not looking at 2 minute charts, so the market is not going to move based on a 2 minute chart. It moves on a 5 minute chart, because that's why we use 5 minute charts as our base foundation chart. Now, guys, multi-direction trading, a very, very key point that a lot of people don't understand. Suffice to say, we can educate you on how to do it. As futures traders, we can basically make money when the market goes up. We can also make money when the market goes down. Something to note, guys, is the market normally moves up fairly slowly and moves down very, very quickly, particularly if the market is panicking. Now, interesting point, guys, in the live trading room tonight, the panic had already occurred. So when we picked up an incredible buy signal on European Open today, it absolutely flew to the high side, produced a ton of deltas, which is that indicator-based trade I was talking about, and it absolutely flew. So why don't I show you the NASDAQ from the live trading room tonight, guys, so you can experience what it's also like to be a live trading room trader. Now, when we get into the charts, ladies and gents, I want to pick on a number of key sort of little learnings if I can. So that it listed for you here, we're going to be looking at the volume, time scale, price scale, the actual trend indicator that we use, which is specific for the Samurai School. We're also going to look at pivots, which are, again, guys, the pivots, the strength indicator, the reversal indicator, the delta V1, V2 efficiency, loss of efficiency, target, and signal hunter indicators are all exclusive to Samurai. Guys, I coded them myself. I'm issuing them to Samurai traders only, as what it means is all other signal sets prior to this are obsolete, which is very, very exciting, as because we are working with the latest and the best of the indicators we can generate, which is brilliant. Now, that clearly includes the excess volume indicator, as otherwise known as climactic volume, which is magic. So what we're going to do, ladies and gents, what we're going to do, I'm going to bring up the live chart. We're going to have a look at the live chart, then we'll move on to the next chapter. But may I suggest the live chart is going to be incredible because it's straight out of the live trading room from today. So let me bring that up for you, ladies and gents. We'll do a little bit of a familiarization. I really want to talk to you about delta V1, V2, because that is the buying indicator, right? That's down here in this little circle just here. This is the one we took advantage of on European Open today, and the market flew, right? So in context, guys and girls, if I can, from left to right, as over here, top left-hand corner, that's our volatility indicator. That basically tells us how volatile the market is, and from that we set our relative risk and our relative target expectations. So basically our risk and our target is always defined on the volatility of the market. So if the market's volatile, guys, we've got bigger risk but much bigger rewards. If the market's quite constrained, as it is right now, we're going for short-term trades. This little thing sitting under here, guys and girls, that's the trend angle indicator. The trend indicator itself is this big band running through the chart. So over here, when we started the European Open, right on, fancy that, ladies and gents, right on the turn of the hour, you're going to become very, very familiar with that expression. I was right on the turn of the hour, which was at 4 o'clock Tokyo time this afternoon. You can see how the sellers have tried to sell down into the open and the buyers have slammed them. Guys, I'm going to tell you in a second why that occurred. So this is our trend indicator running through the chart. Guys, over here, we've actually got our delta V1 and delta V2 warnings. So they basically say, hey, there's a signal coming, please get ready to trade. This is our chart label, so you know exactly what you're looking at. All the little spikes down the bottom, guys, they're volume charts. You'll note if you do get a mustard green candle or an orange candle, there's an orange candle for you right there. There's a mustard green candle. It simply means that a large amount of volume is being used in the market. So please take appropriate action to control your risk if you're in a trade, right? There's another mustard green here, guys, as we push through these key market levels. There's another one over here. These are climactic volume candles, guys. We basically use them as proof that the enemy is present in the market. Now, the pivots on the chart, guys, we've got the 50% Fibonacci of the day. That's a very, very strong pivot. Guys, over here, you've got your price scale. Okay, top right-hand corner on this particular chart, I've got a countdown timer running. So it basically tells me how long I've got to go, guys, on this particular candle before the candle closes. The reason why that's a really, really exciting indicator in itself, as is most of the institutional traders I've worked with in the past, don't make a decision on whether they're going to trade the market until the 5-minute chart candle closes. So at the moment, as we read this chart live, we've got 2 minutes and 48 seconds before we need to make a decision on whether we're actually going to be taking a trade or not. Now, if I shrink the chart up, what we're going to start to find is more and more pivots. So down here, we've got the pre-top pivot, we've got the open, we've got the pre-bottom. As if we shrink the chart up even further, as you're going to find there's more and more and more pivots start to pop onto the chart. I can teach you how to use those, as they're really, really good fun, because typically the market turns on a pivot. So have a look what we've got here. This pivot here, or resistance level in the market, is what we refer to as the evil twins. And everybody see over here on the right hand side, that's the 76.8% Fibonacci. We won't get into the numbers right now, but suffice to say we love Fibonacci. Now this signal, ladies and gents, this signal was actually taken in the live trading room this afternoon. So I'm going to talk about how we sold the market down after I talk about how we bought the market on the open. Now, one of the most important things, ladies and gents, about buying the market is we've got to make sure the market has not only sold down into the open. Now, how do we know it's done that? Guys, the sellers own the stair step. So the sellers sold the market down, the buyers bought it back, and the sellers ultimately sold it down. Can everybody see that little stair step? That means we know the sellers are pushing down into the market. What we did is very, very simple, ladies and gents. All we did is draw our Fibonacci back up against that selling to catch them on the way down. And guess where we caught them? We caught them at the 76.8. That's an interesting number. I wonder where we caught them at the top of the chart, the 76.8. Now, the beauty of that, ladies and gents, is the markets that we trade become very, very predictable because we are futures traders. What does that ultimately mean? The market typically fails at the same point day after day after day, which makes them very, very predictable to trade. Now, guys and girls, in the interest of time, what we did is the market sold down on open, and I said to all of the traders, wait for the sellers to sell down, touch the Fibonacci, as we can see here, amazing fib failure. I want you to take the first 3 or 4 deltas long, and I want you to hold them for up to 15 minutes. Now, let's have a look. Every one of these horizontals here is worth $50 for every contract that you're trading. So that means if you took the first delta that was called here, it went 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500. Right there, ladies and gents, is $500 profit per contract traded. So one of the traders in the LTR this afternoon, his name is Remy. He took this exact trade on 5 contracts and went for $2,500 and got paid in under 2 candles. Now, with each of these candles being 5 minutes long, that means Remy did $2,500 worth of profit in under 10 minutes. For the slightly more experienced traders, they stayed long. Guys, they stayed long until we got a valid sell signal, which is right here. So you can probably appreciate, ladies and gents, this is a lot more than a $500 arrow. It's actually around about a $2,000 arrow. Now, we note that the market loves to turn off pivots. As I also want to highlight at the top here, we've got a beautiful static bar reversal short. We actually traded that in the live trading room this afternoon. So that is a pure price movement trade. What we then did is we then sold these deltas, like we bought the deltas on the way up, we sold the deltas on the way back down. Now, once again, ladies and gents, this arrow is a big arrow. Let's have a look. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That's another $500 on the way down. If you waited, guys, for this pure price movement trade to confirm, you then traded the delta, what we call outside the range of that candle, and said, all right, Lockie, we bought the market and we stayed long for a minimum of 15 minutes. I'm going to sell the market. I'm going to stay short for a minimum of 15 minutes, and then I'm going to assess my trade. Because what that ultimately means is you went short on this particular candle. Okay, sellers are winning the candle. This is brilliant. Sellers won that one. Absolutely brilliant. Even though this is a little green top candle, ladies and gents, the sellers actually won the day. What does that mean? You stay short for another 15 minutes. So let me show you here. 5, 10, 15 minutes. Sellers are still winning. I'll go again. 5, 10, 15 minutes. So on the way down, in this case, ladies and gents, you can see the delta on the screen. That is exclusive to Samurai. No one else has that code. All right, it's an automated algorithm that runs for us. We've gone short on here. We've waited 15 minutes. We're in the money. We'll wait 15 minutes more. Then 10 minutes after that, it's shot through what we call a 100 tick target, or $500 per contract traded. So ladies and gents, this is the 5-minute chart for the NASDAQ traders. This is the primary execution chart. You can see here on the way up, there's way more. As I've said, the first 4 deltas, we've actually got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 deltas. Guys, 13 deltas on the first candle. They're all valid buying signals. The deltas on this candle here are all valid buying signals. As it looks like there's around about 30 to 40 valid buying signals on the way up, and probably around about 12 or so on the way down. Almost every one of them, guys, is very, very easily gone to target. So As in the interest of time, this is the Delta V1, V2. These are the indicators that we use as professional traders in the live trading room. As what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to talk about how you can download some free material, start to actually understand what we do. As in, if you decide to, come and join us for a stint in the live trading room and watch all of this happening live. So guys, as the CTO of Samurai, very excited to bring this to you. I'll see you on the next video, guys, and we'll give you a little bit more information about how you can find out more about what we do. So I'll see you in the next video.